Alrighty, and got one of the fastest queues I've ever received ever for Xelphatol. Fastest queue and like acceptance from everybody in the queue. There's a waterfall, some cliffs, like tall kind of rocky spires going up. There's wood bridges with like little armored slugs, giant toads with long tongues, and there's like this balloon kind of multi-balloon kind of floating structure away from like where we're going to be running toward. This has been updated. People have been saying it's patched like 6.3, and it doesn't really matter to me. It's been updated. We got a couple slugs, a kind of dinosaur bird thing. All birds are dinosaurs anyways. Okay. Something like that. Alright. He's going strong here, baby. Got a couple like flying things to contend with here too. He did pop a cooldown, which is making him take like no damage. That plus the heal from his, he's a dark knight, so his AoE heal from his just normal threat abilities doing a lot of good work too. But yeah, he pulled 3 packs and we were fine. So either he's a really good tank. Like I didn't heal any better than I normally do. Just spammed Cure 1 and had a regen on him. Got some slugs and a giant toad here. Got like a moth kind of thing on this wood bridge we're running across now. Kind of like a moth bird, like a big old moth bird. Oh no! I got caught. But I did not. My ranged guys are doing some really good stuff too, actually. I got 2 casts of AoE stun holy. That's always fun to do. Good tank is pretty easy too. Ah, shit. Get a couple more, why not? Sorry to blind y'all. So we have a red mage and a black mage as our DPS. So, kind of curious how they're doing. Okay, we got balloon boss here, Nuzal Hualik, and he has a balloon above him. Oh shit! He'll do some large, like thick column attacks, line attacks. But he's floating with a balloon. He's an Ixali. At some point he'll float up a little bit, become untargetable with lift, I believe. Yep. And this is gonna summon some adds and a turret that's floating in the middle. Just kill him. Just kill them all. And then with the turret, somebody wants to stand under the boss. You'll see a shadow. I'm just gonna stand at the shadow so I get lifted up underneath the boss here. Oh, shit, I wasn't. I was just in the shadow. Whatever. They understood the assignment far better than I did. The shadow is actually a little bit to the west, for whatever reason. And then he'll summon some air stones. You just gotta kill them, because they make him invulnerable while they're up. So, something. Some more wind blast, column and line attacks. This is actually one of the easier. Long burst is just gonna randomly attack something and do minimal friggin' damage to it. He's down. Ain't no thing. Treasure copper, sure. 225, okay. That guy's also much faster. I do have to wonder how these, because red mage and black mage are not, they're stationary casters like, oh shit, no, for the most part. they can damage while running. Black Mage does have an ability, well, like an instant cast damage spell, but it sucks. And it's costly. But I suppose any damage you can do while running as well, I guess. We're running up some wooden ramps. These are all wooden, tall structures, multiple layers, multiple pathways. Just some good old-fashioned running. Again. Oh no, why'd you run away? This tank is decent. I don't even see a food effect on him, but I don't even know if I can. Oh yeah, you still got meal benefits. Vitality, determination, and crit. Okay. Determination isn't much of a tank stat in my opinion. It's okay. We're gonna unlock this gate. We've got some basically like floating houses that are attached to, and this is like an elevator of sorts. So we're floating in this elevator. It's probably on some lines, but it's a big, little wooden, kind of empty sphere of an elevator with the sides completely bare, so just the underneath and the top of the sphere. We're running up some more wood walkways, wood ramps, circular in nature sometimes. Got some more Gobus, Siege Gobus, and another Exali. Get a stun on these creatures. Get you stoned. Get you stoned. I probably should turn down the music in general, honestly. Alright, we got boss number 2, I think. Got a big old kind of like gigantic double-bladed axe made of feathers. If that makes sense. Dotoloi Silok, he'll have an on-low hit, which is a frontal cone that the tank can actually dodge out the way of in this point in the fight. He'll have an on high, which is this thing that's like it's a knockback. You want to make sure that you're not knocked back into spikes, so you can position yourself so you hit a wall that's specifically there to make sure you don't hit spikes. I think everybody. Oh, I don't think Black Mage did that. They'll cycle between on low and on high. Not like necessarily for sure you're gonna get one or the other. I'm gonna make sure I position this in a way that it's not gonna. God, I think I messed up. Okay. And then he will use like a quick feather thing, swift feather. Here we go. Which means the next thing he does is gonna be completely untelegraphed, pretty much. So he just did an on low that was more or less instant. You couldn't tell it's coming. And then he'll target a couple areas and leave ongoing tornadoes there. So you just want to, called storm coming. You just want to make sure that you're not going to get knocked into those or run into them. But he's dead. Ain't no thing. Chicken wing and all that. Ooh, I leveled up. I got another stone. I probably can't use it in this battle because we're at that level. Can I? 54? No, I'm like 60 yet. No. Cool. Congrats to me for leveling. And then you want to attack these, specifically this wind talent, I think, if I remember correctly. Oh shit. Hi buddy. Did we get it? Got it, okay. So you want to prevent these balloons from going back, picking up more wolves and more Exali. and then it'll drop a little air thing you want to pick up to go to the Tailwind Relic to activate it. If you don't, and then you get like this magical kind of little journey across this rope with this anchor thing that drops below it and is pushed by wind. It's kind of pretty. But yeah, if you don't kill the orchestrator of whatever's controlling these airships, it prolongs this section. It is the wind talent. They know what they're doing. And then pick up the air thing. I think we already did. Oh, no, there's another balloon over here we gotta take out. Did they get rid of that? Because in the past, it was something you had to target that was like actually on these blimps, these balloons. Weird. Curiouser and Curiouser. Alright, we get one of those, another little magical air anchor across a rope thing with feathers. It's pretty. Up some more wooden ramps, and here is not a boss, kind of a mini boss. Got a column attack there, a line wing. Ain't gonna need to care about it. I think they share health. Well, no, they're just being killed pretty much simultaneously. They're in a cutscene. A wooden gate, thick wooden, like lumber, circular with cylinders. Basically, tree shape. Yeah. Not squared off into one, but as you know it. You got this big old. Uh-oh, where'd they go? They waited! How nice of you! Cool. Cool, let's do this. Like, his name is Tozol Huatotl, and he's got a big old staff. He'll alternate between some arrow kind of spells. He's all the arrow 3, I think is gonna get unavoidable. Just wanna get it off. They're hot on everybody. You got a spread out mechanic. This time my gosh, back on. Line attack at our black mage, sadly less than 2. Stack up mechanic on the boss, or on me, whatever. Again, stack up mechanic, go to the boss, give the tree a break, yo. I don't even heal to that other Exali arrow thing, because I already have an option. And then he walks off to one side and summons Garuda. This is where a fight gets fun. So Garuda pops into the middle of this fight, and you'll have a spread out mechanic, and you'll have a cone attack, and you'll have a circle like outside the arena, or like on the out. Yeah, lots to avoid, but not the end of the world if you get by one of the 3 things. Naruto can also have this like ring inside of a ring thing. None of this is scary in any way. Even if you get hit by 1 or 2 things. You should have added some kind of knockback fight where you can get knocked off the edge to make it. So many calls. Alright, and that's it. He goes down. weather just like everything else does. Some like flying bird, dragon, lizard things. Everybody's wearing black except for me. That's crazy. I didn't notice that until just now. And Alphino comes running up, so we're gonna have a cutscene. I got no, but oh shit, my mic was like way down below my face. I'm sorry if you couldn't hear me very well. I probably got gear and stuff I don't need, but as is tradition. Here we go. Let's see what Alpha has to say. We got a cutscene, guaranteed. Yep.
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Acians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught.
For now.
But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Unless this was a distraction.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the Primal without us.
I think this is the first time we'll be hearing the Warriors of Darkness speak for themselves instead of me trying to do their voices. And there's 6 of them now. Were there always 6 of them? We only get 4 in a party, so that's messed up.
You!
Okay, so there's the higher warrior with the great axe. I believe I keep calling him a Galka, and I can't remember what they're called in this game, but like the bigger kind of humanoid with kind of hairy. I think that he's a paladin. There's a Elysian staff-wielding mage. I think there's a Lalafell that, I don't know, there's a Mithra or Mikot, archer, and somebody else.
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see.
That's the ranger.
I could have sworn my aim was true.
She's thinking of his sister.
Just what is your game? Leading us a long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
This is the paladin, Knight of Darkness, what I call a Galka, talking to the Elysian, I think.
No, no. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned.
That's the female Lalafell with a staff.
We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
Aired, not erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there.
What's the ranger again?
Know that I will happily make it quicker for you. If you just stand still.
She draws her bow, which like folds out into this beautiful mechanical bow.
Enough, Jarumal. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we?
You're talking about the Acian? The white-robed Acian?
You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Acians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Sure, yeah, okay, yeah.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Acians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself.
Huh?
Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
Interesting. Okay.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Could be. It could
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source.
Interesting that this planet seems to be the source of everything.
For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
That was A-R, D as in Delta, O-R, R. I pronounce it Ardor. Ardor. Ada. The Ada.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
He does this like whirlwind thing with his axe spinning around in place, and I guess it's supposed to obscure our vision of them as 5 of them teleport out, leaving the elephant.
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
The Elezen stays. It was a robed figure with no discernible weaponry. Then he turns and winks out. We're back outside the Ixali gate. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. Do you think it could be true that to save their world they must bring ruin to ours? No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. The sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. And Shadows of the First is complete, along with Xelphatol. So Xelphatol, I believe it was. I'll check that. Shadows of the First. You know what? Let's pick up the next one because we're right here. This video isn't too long yet. 2 sides of a coin. Okay. Forgive me. This is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The knights can apprise Lord Edmond of our success, and we the Lord Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. The congregation. You know what? I'll use my free return to Foundation. Sure. I flew here. If it's free, it's me, baby. Free. Alright, and now we want to go to the Forgotten Knight. How am I? No, that one, or this one. I probably can't buy much besides. I think I've maxed out all of the accessories for all 4 of my jobs. So I might have been able to buy foot, head, or hands, but whatever. Alphino is standing outside of the congregation, and Emmerich is here with Lucia and Hondalu. I don't know who that is. I think I've probably seen them before, but I don't know. It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Mercy. What news from Xelphatol? Oh shit, I should have switched over. Whatever. Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remained behind, Mistress Y'shtola has been tending to Mistress Alice in your absence, and I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room, and do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother. Cutscene. Excuse me, sorry. Alice is sitting on the bed. Y'shtola, Tataru, and Thancred around her.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Alphino, myself, and Emmerich walk in.
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts.
Another British female voice I'm gonna fuck up.
They told me you had departed for Xelphatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
You tell the details to the group.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Acians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alice. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
How dare they?
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Acians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
I clicked.
Forgive me,
That was...
but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods.
That's flawed,
And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation.
I think.
With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Acians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Acian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise,
Who, Bob?
but Alize and I have uncovered evidence that the Acians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Xelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Kral's not even here. Where'd she go? She's short, but I should...
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
should be able to see her. She's not that short.
Sir Emmerich?
I can see Tataru just fine.
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Acians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Bromance.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Okay, I've been pronouncing it Urianger, but he just said Urianger. Kind of soft on the R, but also Emmerich is tall. Like Thancred is. I consider Thancred tallish, but Emmerich is 4-6 inches taller.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
You were never a burden, sister.
But Alize, you...
Oh, wrong choice there, buddy. She stares daggers into him. He smiles.
You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
So Tataru has become an expert in clothing and maybe leather work, maybe metal work. Like she's become a crafter, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what is up with that wonderful gal? Okay, Alphino, what's up, bud? Another cutscene. Cool. I'm gonna have to talk, aren't I? Would I be right in assuming that you have not spoken with my sister since one of the memorial services, was it? By the 12, it seems a lifetime ago. I should like to think we have both grown since then. The door opens. My apologies for keeping you waiting. She's got on a tan-colored, of course, short shorts. So like it's like this one piece that goes kind of a mid-neck collar, tan, cross-body tunic robe thing that stops at like not mid-thigh, just like above mid-thigh. She got her hair pulled back in a long single braid behind with like one red ribbon in it. White hair like Alphino's. Anyway. Right then, shall we be off? Tataru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. He's in like blue, black, white, and some gold filigree. Praise the 12 that she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the studium when that girl of yours has crept up behind me in the hall and whispered? He looked shocked. Sister, please. She was not my... Can we not have this conversation in front of the warrior light? Let's say, laughs a little bit. So be it. Another time, perhaps. It is an honor, Mercy. I realize we are barely acquainted, but having heard so much about you, it hardly feels that way. Sorry, I'm getting gaseous. I'm so sorry. A pleasure to have you with us. I've been meaning to ask about the carriage. I don't care about the carriage. Welcome to the fight. A pleasure to have you with us. Yeah. Had 3 options. I just read them out aloud to you. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more resolute than when last we met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I'm here today because I would regret if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. Let us depart for the waking sands, then, and see if Urianger can be of assistance. Urianger. I don't fucking know, man. I just end this quest because this video is much longer than I anticipated. Whatever. Okay, let's go to the freaking thing. Wait, do I have any? Haha, Vesper Bay, baby. Wait, is he still there? No shit, is he still there? Yep. Wait. Yep, that's where he... I thought he took up residence... whatever. Thank God I still have tickets, because that's stupid that I wouldn't. Also, when I get there, I'm going to learn this orchestration. The grounded orchestration role is added to my list. Do anything new besides, like, how to make your gear look cool? Yeah, I don't give a shit about that shit. Okay. Nedrick, are you still giving that one quest that's like... Yep, I don't care about it. Weaponsmith of Legend. Cool. Black Jacobo, fly into the waking sands. Cutscene, entering the waking sands. Urianger, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alphino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming. What bringeth thee and thine here this day? The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. And you explain, scene goes dark. Explanation over, scene back. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time, to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition, we should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Acians did not have similar designs elsewhere of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Merlthor. Merlthor. M-E-R-L-T-H-O-R. Merlthor. I think I've seen that word before. Oh God. O Gomorrah stirreth, and there are whispers the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumours, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook Mercy. Words. Thank you for your counsel, Urianger. Pray inform us should you learn aught else. I shall. Alcé is quiet. She also has white boots that go almost up to her knees. If I may, brother, Urianger, is there anything else you would like to say? He thinks for a minute, kind of staring at her. Alcé? If not, then never mind. I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. She walks right up to him. Nothing to add? Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome, the Gerlin Oracles. Mayhap you could start there. She stares up at him. He's tall, she's short. By thy leave. She walks off with nary a smile. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Alphino shrugs to you, walks off to follow her. Can I ever turn in this fucking one quest? Oh God, an Urianger. Primal Awakening. You know what? No, I'm sorry. That's it, dude. This video's too long already. I'll do another video for the other two and the continuation of this quest, but my bad. I didn't think it was gonna be this long combined with Xelphatol and Shadows of the First. Okay. I'll see you guys next time. TTFN, I believe, is the acronym. Okay, bye.